Hey everyone, I'm rather Incoherent. This is Rome Total War Remastered, and we're playing as Germania. It's currently turn 36. We have 42 of our 50 settlements. We're well on track to finish this campaign before we did the Romans. Now, we do have some wars going on here with Spain, and especially with Macedon, where we're likely to lose some territory, but I think on the whole, it's going to be very easy to win that territory back. So I suppose let's get started with that now. And it looks like, unfortunately, only my cavalry can make it in time. I'm not sure my cavalry alone will be safe against these armies. Actually, looking at the movement range I have, I'm very confident they would. So I'm going to send just my cavalry ahead to siege the city. We have enough time to build a couple rams on our own, and the infantry can begin catching up. And I doubt, because of winter, yeah, I can actually click on them and see their movement range, they can't make it back in time. Now, we have some more armies lying around that can hop on boats and start crossing over. The hard part is figuring out where exactly to send them. There's no point sending an army here to Salona because this army is poised to take it on their way down anyway. So what I want to do is have this army come here. And looking at it, I think if this army were to get dropped off now, they probably wouldn't have the movement points to lay siege. That's not true, actually. They would. So have this army start moving down towards Larissa. And with this army, I know I can lay siege this turn. However, I might have to do the cavalry trick to do it. So I hop off, I lay siege, build some rams, maintain the siege, and now hop everyone else off of their boats. I can join up my boats into one navy. So we're finally starting to fight back against Macedon, and in a big way. It is not some small counter push that's happening here. Next, I'm going to start pulling units down towards the southern end of Italy. And in the southern end of Italy, I will continue producing my highest quality units. Here we're out of population, so I'm not going to worry about it. These units can come down towards Arretium. These units and this general can hop on the boats. So in retrospect, I didn't realize this was happening this turn. I shouldn't have moved this man the way I did. But oh well. These can hop on the boat. The boat's going to come down and drop everyone off in this city for now. Next turn, we're going to start gathering here to the east. And then we're going to pick up more powerful units down here in the southern tip. He's apparently going off into the wilderness to attack someone. Not what I want him to do. Not at all. Instead, I want this army to simply lay siege to Camp Sacchi. Should not be hard to wipe out. Basically nothing in there. And there are horse archers here. So next turn, I'll be figuring out who leaves this army to hire 3 units of horse archers. And suddenly this army can never lose a fight. Here in Campus Getae, I'm going to continue recruiting chosen axemen. And I'm going to peasant trick just a little. I don't need to, actually. I will, though. I think unrest only goes down if they're above a certain amount of happiness. I could be wrong about that. So I'm going to make sure they're a little bit happier than they otherwise might be, in case I'm remembering that correctly. Now, this army can't join the city, but it can stand next to it in the event of a siege. Gotta have it stand on the opposite side of the walls, so it can make it into the city square in time, since it's just a phalanx trying to defend the city. And also, am I right about this? Can I just sally forth, use all my arrows, and then call the battle? I'm pretty sure I can. So I've got a plan here that I'm pretty confident in, but step 1 of the plan is simply to wait for Very Tired to go away. It's been exhausted for most of the fight, and I'm surprised anyone's back to Very Tired yet. Because it takes absolutely forever for units to recover from lost fatigue once it gets super far down. So, I've been waiting a while, and I'll be waiting a while more. This might work, but at the same time, I don't know if it's actually worth doing, because it's so fucking tedious. I hate this game so fucking much sometimes. Imagine telling everyone to walk backwards 6 steps, and this is what happens. Somehow one of these guys is back to fresh already, and the other 2 are back to winded. Which makes me very confused as to how exactly fatigue recovery works. And if anyone knows where I can find a good breakdown of that on the internet, I would really appreciate it. There seems to be a lot of variance from unit to unit that I don't quite understand, because they were all running for the same period of time, like they entered the map at the same point, and were given the same destination. Okay, my last spearman's back up to fresh. So So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run 1 unit of archers forward into range. As soon as he releases a volley, I'm going to have him run back. And hopefully that will draw them forward into me. Alright, we're finally in range. Archers. Since they don't seem to care, I'm going to move all of my archers up. That got their attention. Oh, only for a little bit, though. Yeah, they don't seem to like this very much. I'll just absolutely gut this man while he tries to leave. Poor dude. Although those arrows were probably wasteful. So we have killed about 300 men, which isn't bad. But it's not winning the fight either.
Units, make haste! Units, cease fire! Units, fire and move! Units, double time! Units, run!
Oh my god, what are they doing? What the fuck are these phalanxes doing? Break phalanx, abandon formation, try again. Dear lord.
Units!
Luckily their cavalry just aren't super interested in any of this.
Units!
I have one spear warband come down here and face the other direction. And everyone else can do what they want. Actually, I would like all of you to shoot this man. He's unwounded. He's the biggest target. Actually, this is the biggest target. So I want you up here, I guess.
Units, cease fire!
Actually, take this whole formation and just move it up a little bit. And that should get everyone in range. Should easily be able to handle this phalanx at this point. And at this point, the enemy army is retreating. They never even engaged me. They just left. They just took arrows until they had lost 800 men. And then retreated. Very good jokes. Oh, they're actually slightly faster than phalanxes. We're gonna murder this man. Just this man, but fuck him.
Victory is the reward of warriors!
It's not quite how I thought that battle was going to go, I'll be honest. We killed 644 men without ever actually engaging. Chosen archers are pretty good, especially when they don't fight back. Now, winning that siege is actually a big deal, because it means I get to produce more chosen archers this turn. Which is a huge boost to any army. Like, these armies are all very low in range units. I think they don't even have them, really. So being able to hire them is a big deal. Well, this one can actually hire Cretan archers. So I'm going to make sure to hire this on the army that's going to Larissa. This army is already pretty much full, but they have got the lyric slingers, so yeah, that was the right choice anyway. And to diversify this army more, it's bigger anyway, or smaller anyway. I'll give them the Illyrian mercenaries and the hoplites.
Orders?
And at this point, things actually look quite bad for them. I'm sieging 2 of their salons. I've got more doom stacks than them. This army is probably able to go toe-to-toe with these full stacks. That's optimistic. There's a lot of cavalry over here. But I mean, Macedon is on the back foot a lot harder than I was expecting, a lot faster than I was expecting. Now, to handle... Let me double check. That's all of Macedon handled, all of the infrastructure handled, all of the infrastructure handled. So, moving counterclockwise, let's handle Britain next. Let me auto-resolve this, please. I don't want to fight this. It's not a real war. Clear victory, thank you. I've suffered 1,200 casualties over the course of these 2 battles, but it's fine. And Britain never conquered Ireland in this game. Guys, come on. Why didn't you conquer Ireland? What are you doing? What were you busy with? Okay, it's gonna take this boat about 3 turns to get there, which is the same as using the other guys, so... I need to watch out for the pirate navy that's around, because Britain sent their boats somewhere. But, so far, I can't say. Now, this man who was leading the army needs to come this way and build a watchtower to help me actually find the city and conquer it faster. It's right here. Cool. Now, look at this city. Drop to low tax rate. They have literally no population, so I can't train anything here. Can't build anything here. So I have to maintain 80% garrison. I assume that I can take out most of this and still have 80% garrison, right? Because there's only 400 people here. Like, these 2 units is probably enough. Yeah. So, here's the really feels bad thing about this campaign. I didn't need to go after Rome super early. If I went towards Britannia and Gaul early and then swept down through Spain, I would have these armies moving around the south. I would have these armies moving around the south. But they're so far removed from real conflict that once they're done with their wars, I'm just going to disband them. Because I don't need these units. They just cost me money. They're never going to get to a war front in time to matter. So, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to walk them into Londinium and then disband them. Just put the population into a big city. And Londinium probably can get by with cheaper garrisons than this, huh? Like, I don't need to be using 2 units of cavalry to garrison this city. I can use 1 unit of peasants instead. This man will hop on the boats. Actually, will he? Do I want to pay for the boats and take these generals anywhere important? I guess I will, because doing otherwise would be objectively wrong, but it's not very helpful. Oh, also, we killed Britain. I don't know if I actually dwelled on that any, but they're very dead now. And I don't know where their stack is. Oh, it's right here. They can be there for the rest of time. And I did that thing again, where their units vanished, but they kept the generals when they became rebels. And I don't know why that happens sometimes. Which also means that these units are now unnecessary as well, so Mario Briva will be just fine without them. Well, without some of them. Alright, so that's all they need. I'll build a peasant instead. Disband this one, and disband all of this. I'll actually queue a second peasant, because they were pretty close to rioting. I don't know if they'll actually need a second peasant in the near future, so I'm just going to do it now so I can't forget about it. I've got these spear warbands here. They're never going to matter, but I'll try to start walking them down towards the conflict. And that brings us all the way to our western edge to the wars in Spain. So first, let's go find this last Spanish city. I'm pretty sure it's going to be basically undefended. I don't think I need to send anyone there to help, so I want this army in its entirety. Let's condense our wounds so we only have to leave 1 man behind to be retrained. We can send all of this down in the direction of Scalabus. I have no idea how to pronounce that. We're going to go in this direction as fast as we can. And when we get to here, we're going to stop and build a watchtower just so we can see what's happening in our lands more in case they keep moving around. Now, I didn't actually think to, like, look at this and see how it would go, but I'm pretty sure it'll be just fine with the retrain and a new unit. We need to repair what we've damaged. This is a coastal city? I guess it reaches this coast all the way somehow? Oh, it reaches the north coast. I see. I'm going to build a tavern for happiness reasons. Don't think I actually checked what I need to build here. Oh, I did. It can't build anything. It's a very sad town. Now we need to look at Scalabus, or Scalabus, or whatever it's pronounced as. This is an incredibly easy fight. I only have 2 units that matter, but they'll do it on their own. Going to see if I can quick save this. Or auto-resolve it, rather. And the answer is nope, gotta play it myself. My game is still playing the sound effect for constructing a building.
The battering ram is at the walls. Our warriors attack. Now
oh my god, it's gonna drive me mad. I hope you guys aren't as aware of this as I am.
Our warriors have reached the enemy gate.
Alright, so I'm gonna bait them with my cavalry here. Pretty sure once I go in, they'll come after me and I can just run east.
The way to victory
Oh no, they won't actually. So I'm just gonna let Black Friday happen for a little bit while all my units get inside the city. It's a very wonderful part of every siege. I particularly like these guys who think the secret strategy is to leave and come in from the back. I'm not really sure what any of that's about. Oh, nice, guys. Nice, nice. They routed directly through the middle of the town. Good job. Get their attention and back off. Nope, nope. I said back off. I was very clear about my intentions here. Please stop. I need your general alive so that everyone is a chain route. Alright, this time I got them to take the bait.
The warlord of the enemy
He routed instantly. At least we got the warlord. Now for the really mean part of the battle. Which unit do I love the least? You. Come draw up in loose formation right here to take all the ammunition from the Iberian infantry. My phalanxes can't afford to take javelins en route. You can. Also, this is double speed. This is the fastest the game goes. This is how quick they're walking. They must already be out of ammunition because they're not throwing anything. In which case, tight formation. Congratulations, you get to live today. So now I just have these guys throw their javelins, which will pull everyone off the square. This one too. Yeah, it's very sad, isn't it? Don't know why that didn't end the fight, but it's fine. So yeah, a little bit sloppy, lost an entire unit of trash, admittedly, to just bad pathfinding that I wasn't paying attention to, but still easily won the battle. And as always, we're just exterminating. We're well past the point where we need to enslave. Now in this city, I'm approximately the same distance away, so I need to leave immediately. I'm gonna have everything except this unit try to leave the city, and it's not going to work. So I'm gonna leave behind a second unit initially to see how that looks. Oh my god, it does work. I'm gonna have everything just bail. And leave this on low tax, recruit literally anything, and they'll be fine. Now these guys need to start working their way back to the city. Because these armies have to regroup and fight this man. Speaking of, I'm going to need to hire some mercenaries at some point, but there don't appear to be any. Which is a slight problem in these plans. Now, I've been thinking that I could win this easily. I mean, I probably can. It's not as close as I had hoped it would be, though. So, fight battle on battle map, and I'll get back to you once everything's grouped up. So I'm going to give all my units a little bit of time just to get their stamina back. Apparently the Barbarian mercenaries, amongst their many problems, have bad stamina. Very sad how trash this unit is. Alright, so I think I can win this in a relatively fair fight. Right now I'm just trying to get everyone up and in position, and we're going to see how it goes once that actually happens. Okay. We're in range. The fight can begin now. The question is, this is all just Iberian infantry and skirmishers, right? And it looks like they've just checkerboarded their units out with a bit of skirmishers in the back. I think I can easily win this. I've got the phalanxes in the core. They're just letting me throw shit at them. Alright, ceasefire. Let's find a different target. These guys are decently far down. Move up a little bit. See if it'll get them to move. Yeah, them. No, them. Okay. Slow time down. Fight starting. Want my general to start moving out. When they do, should get me visibility on these Iberian infantry. They're moving a huge chunk of their army after my general. Like, positively massive amounts. Like, the rest of this fight isn't happening yet. My slingers, meanwhile, have killed 300 men. These guys are fucking fast, aren't they? Or are they charging? They're skirmishing. Or they should be skirmishing, rather. Alright, you guys get into phalanx formation. You no longer need to run through. These skirmishers are infantry. It looks like the army might just be retreating at this point. Yeah, I've once again just driven them off with missiles, I think. No, they're forming up into a line. They've realized what they're doing is stupid. Since they're just in range of my slingers, I'll let my slingers do their thing. The Slingers have killed so many men. We're at 300 now. I should have said 200 earlier. But still, it's outrageous. Like, the enemy army is not in range of me. They're just hanging out, letting this happen. Rick Burgess actually starts circling their whole fucking army to make them move. No, I don't think so. But I will have them move down my line to the other side and see if that causes the enemy to switch the position of their entire army again and tire themselves out.
Hurry, move, hurry!
It's just brutal.
Waiting for orders. Hurry, move, hurry, waiting for orders.
Alright, I'm going to charge this unit of skirmishers that just spread so thin. Routed instantly, get out of there.
Hurry, move, run! Waiting for orders.
Okay, I'm going to grab all of this.
Units,
My units are going to move up now.
General.
Have my general crash into these skirmishers. And pull them back. Crash in again.
Kill them! Run! Attack! Unit, General!
Yeah, very tired skirmishers are not going to do it versus heavy cav.
Orders completed.
And that might be the route, but I'm just going to try to run this down. Yeah, they finally retreated. I've just run out of ammunition on my one unit of slingers. Dear God, imagine if I had had two. Sadly, I can't really pursue this because my general's lost enough units that I'm worried about his hit points. But this is well more than good enough. We'll hunt them down next turn. Although I probably should have sent somebody to chase them, well, my general specifically, to chase down this one routing man. In the remaster, you can't double-click to move your camera. It makes me very sad. I don't know why they removed that feature. It was, like, very constant in how I controlled the game previously. But oh well. Oh, I still managed to run that guy down. Nice. Good job, Rick Burgess.
Go only to the best.
Casualties inflicted by my general, 200. By the Balearic Slingers, 500. Only 2 units mattered in this fight. Everyone else was just a meat shield to make the enemy posture. That was absurd. So, where's he go? He's retreating, I guess, into this area in the fog of war, probably. Or is this a boat? He's retreating onto a boat. Nice.
Fear us. Yes,
Guess it's the boat that's been terrorizing my boats, huh?
ready to sail. General.
Gonna hop in the city. Well, I'm gonna retrain anything that can be, obviously, but in terms of units, I guess I just get another phalanx. None of my options seem particularly good. I'm gonna put another noble cav here in Cirta to eventually get on the boats once this army starts heading east. These are coming down to push Corduba off. This is coming up to take Spain's last city, which might not be their last city by the time they get there, as previously stated. And this army seems like it's no longer a meaningful threat. Instead of building a spearman, I'm actually going to build a boat just to make this navy feel safer. I've apparently been building boats here as well. I'm going to continue with that. Okay, so that's Spain handled. Numidia is pretty straightforward. It is a walk towards the cities. It's not a whole lot of actual fighting to do. I have no idea how Balearic Slingers got this far south. I don't think they should be in this tile. This Saharan desert shit is probably not where they should be. Okay, so I have the Siege of Thapsus happening this turn. Everything else has already happened. So all that's left is Thapsus and infrastructure. And infrastructure is kind of not important at all. This should be an auto-resolve fight. As always, I'm going to quick save and see if it's going to make me play this, even though it's clearly a victory. 78 deaths, that's actually as good as I would have done, so I'll take it. And we exterminate every time. We're not trying to deal with minor city unhappiness problems. So we're obviously going to repair what we broke. They never built a shrine here, so I guess I'll build one to Freya. They must have a blacksmith here, I'm guessing. Yeah, they have a blacksmith here. Which, like, while nice, not super important. What's much more important is just continuing my wars. Oh, it's out of range of the port. That's a damn shame. This army, if it continued traveling, would make it to here. I'm fine with that. Let's see how much we need to leave behind. 3 units. Well, I can probably peasant trick that pretty hard, can't I? Yeah, that's their entire population with peasant trick, so they'll be fine. Going to have these guys check the mercenary pool. It's just 1 hoplite. But this is an army that's going to keep fighting, so I'll take it. Have them continue south. Nothing down here, same pool. I'm going to have this boat come to pick them up. Battered and smashed though it may be, it's still a boat and much faster than people. Here in Carthage, I'm going to continue producing chosen archers to eventually go somewhere. I don't need this peasant trick anymore, but I probably do need that peasant trick at some point, because I'm going to be producing units that eventually leave the city. Chosen axemen, chosen axemen, noble cav. Oh, that's already here. So I've got my units being produced in Italy. I don't really feel much need to make more infrastructure, though I obviously will in Carthage, I guess. Make sure they stay happy. And that's it for the turn, I believe. Oh, I've got this diplomat just hanging out. That can't possibly be right. Let's send him right. He'll probably be able to, you know, function as a terrible spy at some point. So let's see what happens over the interim and then end the video. They decided they want to conquer the empty, desolate shell of Aquincum. They want to have ownership over this plague, because that's what they're really fighting for, and by all means, take it. I don't mind. The other stack decided to do literally nothing.
Let us end the bloodshed.
Oh, this is Spain, not Thrace. I did just because we're over in Thrace, I thought it would be Thrace. If you become a protectorate, I'll let you live.
Don't take us for
Damn shame.
Our boats are under attack.
Fuck you, Spain. They finally got one of my boats. Thrace, of course, trying to fight back, but is doomed to failure. Oh, the Seleucids just died. Hey, that's a first for the remaster. This is the first time in a campaign that a faction died and I wasn't the reason. I am not surprised to see it was the Seleucids. So, any news immediately? Campus Gede and Aquincum under siege. Candidate for adoption, always accept those. I'm assuming he's in Arretium or in... Yep. Oh shit, rioting. Guys, I'm sorry. I'll hire more peasants, I promise. It's gonna be okay. Nothing important there. I probably should have at least read the diplomatic information. And something important is Corduba wasn't on the siege list anymore. Spain just threw away their one chance at staying alive for a couple more turns. But for now, that's the turn. It's currently turn 37. I have 45 settlements. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's a good chance we end the series next video. I think we can probably conquer 5 settlements in one video, and even if we lose Aquincum, we could probably conquer 6. So yeah, this is probably the penultimate video of the series. I've been Rather Incoherent. This has been Germania. If you liked the video, then please like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow. And I'll see you in the next one.